So if Dwayne does go pro like many people expect, just what are your expectations for next year? You ready to take over this team and be the starting quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I came here for. I've been waiting 2 years. I know everything I need to do. I mean, I'm ready to go.
Being the backup this year, I mean, you got some playing time. Was it tough being the backup? Was it a little bit of fun when you got? I mean, just what was this year like for you so far?
I mean, obviously you want to go out there and play and do everything you can, but look at the year that Dwayne had. So, I mean, there's nothing I can complain about. Dwayne's my boy. I mean, I'm happy I got out there and was able to play.
And I'm sure you've heard the rumors that there could be somebody transferred in at the quarterback position. If that happens, what would your mindset be? Just stay here and battle? Like, what would your mindset be if a quarterback transferred in?
I'm just going to tell you, it's going to take. If anybody comes in, it's going to take over a year of learning the offense to where you need to be able to go on the field and perform at a high level. So, I mean, just from that aspect, I mean, if somebody's going to come in and think they're going to come in and walk in and start, it's probably not going to happen. Just from, like, having to learn the offense. I mean, it's the offense that Coach Day has set for us is, I mean, it's an NFL type of offense, and it's difficult to learn. So it takes people a while to get it down. I mean, even Dwayne, I was talking to Dwayne about it. He's like, bro, it took me over a year to even feel like I was comfortable on the field, and I felt the same way. And that's why now, after 2 years of being in this, I mean, I know what I'm doing. I'm on point with everything I do. I'm running the offense sharp.
With Ohio State being out there in that conversation, regardless of what you think is going to happen, you are put in a position where you have to deal with that.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering what that position is like. How do you feel like you handled that, and what does that do to your mindset, just because of the conversation?
I mean, it doesn't change anything for me. I mean, I love my teammates. My teammates love me, and they know that I'm one person that's going to go out there and fight it out. I mean, that's what I've always done, and I have no problem doing it because, I mean, I've been an underdog my whole life, and I have no problem going out there and taking the job.
Tate, just to double check, I wanted to confirm. Can you throw?
Yeah, I can throw rather well.
Something has happened here, right? Has there been some kind of weird perception somehow because you were in that goal line package that people think you can't?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably what it was. I mean, I don't know what else it could possibly be. I mean, maybe because the spring game I didn't throw the ball that well, but considering the fact that I was with the 3 receivers and everybody else with the 1 receivers. I don't know, I mean, there isn't much for me to say. I mean, I go out there every day, and there's very few passes that I throw in completions now. I'm at this point, so I mean, I know the offense really well, and I know going through all my reads, I'm on point with everything.
Do you know who holds the school record for most completions and accuracy in the game?
Yeah, it's me.
10 for 10, right? Yeah.
If somebody transferred in, and we know who we're talking about,
Yeah.
would you stay or would you consider transferring?
Well, I mean, why would I leave for somebody that hasn't put a single second into this program yet? I mean, I've put 2 years of literally working my ass off into something that I've been waiting for and a dream that I've had my whole life. To just run away from somebody that hasn't even put a single second in winter workouts, anything like that, and doesn't know what the program's all about, there's not a chance.
Tate, when you decided to come to Ohio State, what has happened in your first 2 years with JT playing and then Dwayne playing? Is there anything in your career so far that has surprised you? Did you maybe think you would be on the field by now? Or is this maybe how you thought it might go in your first 2 years?
I mean, we're at a big-time program where a lot of the best players in the country's come, and I mean, it's just, sometimes it plays out like that, but the only thing it's done is made me hungry and ready to go out there and play when I get my chance.
Do you feel like, in your head, would this make sense to you of, you know what, you redshirted your first year behind a veteran guy, Dwayne just set every record in the book, but now it feels like it's your time coming up maybe. Is that sort of what's in your head?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I mean, I just keep getting better every single day, and I feel like it's my turn to go out there and do my thing, and I feel like I've earned that. I've worked extremely hard to get to the point where I am, and you know, every year I keep climbing and getting better. So I mean, at this point, I know I'm really comfortable with where I'm at and what I can go out there and do. So I'm excited for next year.
Does it bother you that there is this talk about a transfer coming in and uncertainty about the position next year and where you will fit in? Does that bother you?
No, because like I've already said, I mean, it takes whoever's going to come in, or because we're going to need to grab somebody regardless. Because I mean, right now it's me, Matt Baldwin. If Dwayne leaves, it's me, Matt Baldwin, and Chugs. And who knows how the quarterback room is going to play out? But we have to have 4 quarterbacks as it is. I mean, somebody has to come in, and it's going to take a while for them to learn the offense. I'm just telling you, it's not easy. It doesn't matter where you came from or what you've done. Coach Dave brings an NFL type of playbook to our offense, and it's difficult. It's not going to be something that you can just walk in and 3 months in, you're in spring ball, you think you're I'm rolling now. No, it's not that easy. I promise you. I mean, even last year in spring, there's still things you learn that you need to be able to do to get out there and go perform at a high level. And now after 2 years being in, I mean, I'm actually like happy that I've been able to sit around and watch this for 2 years, because now I feel comfortable and I've seen everything that I've needed to see, and I feel like there's no doubt that I'd go out there and do really well.
With what you showed this year and the opportunities you did get in this goal line stuff mostly, how much have you shown of who you are, or how much do Ohio State fans have no idea what Tate Martell is really like as a quarterback?
I mean, I don't think we even scratched the surface yet, I'll be honest with you. I mean, just going in there and run a couple plays, and not really having the ability to go show everything that I want. I mean, it's difficult that I had to do that, but I mean, I told Coach Day and Coach Meyer that I'd do anything for this team. I told them that in the middle of the year. I said, whatever this team needs, I'll go do. And I just wanted to make sure that we were good and that I could help any way I could. But now at this point, I mean, I know when I get out there, I'm gonna go out there and
Hey, one of the things Ryan Day likes to say is he matches personnel in terms of, or matches his offense based on the personnel he has. What would the offense look like with you at the helm?
I mean, I think we would keep a lot of the passing game stuff and add probably a lot of the zone read stuff back in and just open it up on that aspect. I don't know how much the offense would change, because the offense is set. You just really change a couple things that certain, like, to personnel, and like you said, I mean, a lot of the stuff we made it where we're reading the linebackers this year, which I was actually kind of happy about, because that was one thing that I had to work on, which I've gotten really good at now. Is like the whole RPO. We're blocking off front, throwing off a backer, which I've gotten really good at that just through this year, because that's what we've done with Dwayne. And now I feel comfortable doing pretty much anything in our offense.
So Dwayne has not announced a decision, but I think most people assume he's going to go. If Dwayne Haskins is not here next year, who will be Ohio State's starting quarterback in 2019?
I will.
What is your level of confidence in that belief?
I've got 100% sure on that.
It's like
How good are
Yep.
How good are you at the zone read aspect of it? You said, of course, that with you on the field, you certainly would expect that would work more back in than it was with Dwayne. How much do you think you excel at that?
I mean, I've done that pretty much my whole life, so I mean, it's something that's natural for me, and I get to use my athleticism and go make plays. So I think it would be definitely something back in our offense.
So if you're standing here saying you feel 100% certain you're going to be the starting quarterback, that certainly does sound like a person who's going to be here in spring football, regardless of the outside circumstances, regardless of anybody else. You're going to be here in the spring fighting to be the starting quarterback at Ohio State.
Yep.
Is that going to be the case?
Yeah.
Was there any thought before the season, maybe last summer, of transferring or anything like that?
I mean, you always have to think about how, I mean, timing plays out and what could happen. So I mean, there's been times where I've had to like look at it like, how long am I going to actually sit here and wait around before I get to go get my chance? But you know, at the end of the day, I had to sit there, and the reason I have never left this school after everything that I've done and after all the time I put in is because I love my teammates. I'm gonna be honest. That's the only thing that's what's really kept me here at this point. And because I love my boys, like all my guys in my class, I'd do anything for them. And they know that too. My whole team knows that. I mean, that's why I'm still here at this point. Because there's probably a ton of other schools I could be starting for right now, just to look like what Joe did. I mean, the fact that at one point there was JT, Joe, Dwayne, and me in the same room is just like, it's kind of crazy to look at it like that. Joe Lees only gets one summer with a team, and there he is, a starting quarterback for a top SEC program. I mean, it just kind of shows what we had and still have in our quarterback room.